Hello and welcome once more to Red Gaming Tech. My name is Marta. Today is the 16th of May and I have some news for you today from Ubisoft, as they have reported their full sales figures and finance reports for the fiscal year, which is 2013 to 14, which of course ended not too long ago. And apparently, according to their figures, they did end the year 12.7 million euros, which is $17.4 million in debt, compared to the 104.5 million euros, which is $142.9 million in cash at the end of last year. In terms of sales, Ubisoft brought in just over 1 billion euros, which is $1.38 billion in sales over the year, after bringing in a impressive 1.26 billion euros, which is $1.72 billion in 2012 to 2013, and that is according to their financial report, which they shared with their lovely investors. Now, they did report spending a rather staggering 479.7 million, which is of course in euros, and it's 655.9 million in dollars on research and development investments in 2013-2014, as compared to 458.9 million euros, which is $657.5 million last year. Now, the Ubisoft CEO, which of course is Yves Guillemot, did say that he expects the company to return to profitability with their 2014 to 2015 lineup. And he said, quote, "Combined with the fast uptake of new generation consoles and strong growth in the online market, our ambitious games lineup should land 3 of our titles in the top 10 best-selling games of the year for consoles and PC, and lead us to record a sharp rise in our digital sales. The year's performance will be led by 5 games: Assassin's Creed Unity, Far Cry 4, Just Dance, The Crew, and Watch Dogs. Watch Dogs pre-orders are at record levels, and it's perfectly positioned to become the industry's most successful new IP in history." Now, as well as, of course, detailing their overall profits and that sort of thing, they did announce that Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag has shipped over and digitally sold more than 11 million units, which did meet Yves Guillemot's previous predictions. Now, unfortunately, for those of you wondering, they did not directly tell us, or specifically tell us, the sales figures for South Park: The Stick of Truth. They only said that it enjoyed a, quote, "solid performance with higher than expected digital distribution levels." Overall, though, digital revenues did grow by 32% from the previous year, which was led, as you might expect, by digital games and DLC. Now, digital sales did account for 19% of Ubisoft's total sales year over year. So, while Ubisoft are undoubtedly feeling the pinch right now from that research and development cost, they obviously knew that, you have to spend money to make money. And given that the obscene amount that they spent, it could have been a hell of a lot worse than 12.7 million euros. Now, that's not exactly a small amount of money, don't get me wrong, but it could have been worse with the amount that they spent, that's all I'm saying. I think that Yves has the right of it, and that the next fiscal year, which is basically, of course, now, it is the next fiscal year now, with all these big games coming out like Assassin's Creed Unity, Far Cry 4, and of course the mighty Watch Dogs, Ubisoft are going to be just fine. Of course, they want each of these titles to sell well to help them bring out them out of this minus that they're in. Of course, they're still spending money on development and, of course, research and development and stuff like that. So, again, I spend money to make money, but I think Ubisoft will be just fine. They're undoubtedly being a bit like, oh, that hurt, but you can't be expected to be in the black all the time, unfortunately, so I'm sure Ubisoft will be just fine, and yeah, I'm really interested to see what comes out. They've got a hell of a lineup for this fiscal year. Assassin's Creed Unity I'm really looking forward to, Far Cry 4, The Crew, and Watch Dogs, of course. Watch Dogs has got to be one of my must-play games of the year, and of course I'm going to be getting it on PC, so I'll be able to show you guys those shiny graphics in 1080p. Anyway, that is me done for this video. I'll see you next time.